We are having a very different newscast from the one we had on this night a year ago. This time on January 6th, 2021, members of Congress were on Capitol Hill certifying the results of the 2020 election. A process interrupted earlier in the day by this, a riotous mob storming into the U.S. Capitol. Since then, News Center 7 has learned federal prosecutors have charged 14 people from the Miami Valley. People from our area, court documents show, were there, took part, and contributed to the chaos. Tonight, we take a look at where their cases stand. So let's start with the people facing the most serious charges. These four: Jessica Watkins, Donovan Kroll, Sandra Parker, and Benny Parker. In January last year, News Center 7 got this Facebook video showing the FBI around a Woodstock apartment.
Jessica Watkins, this is the FBI with a warrant. Come to the back door with your hands up and empty.
They were looking for Jessica Watkins, the name you just heard on the loudspeaker, but she wasn't there. She's the only person from the Miami Valley charged in the Capitol riots who is in jail waiting for her trial, according to the Department of Justice. The FBI arrested Watkins and Kroll after they turned themselves in at the Urbana Police Department. Federal prosecutors say they are part of a large but loosely organized militia group called the Oath Keepers. In a court document, an FBI agent said Watkins, Kroll, and another man planned their roles in the riot and communicated with each other ahead of time. In February, the I-Team reviewed federal court documents showing agents used social media posts and videos to identify the pair in their Oath Keeper uniforms at the Capitol. One agent wrote the two were part of a group of 8 to 10 people caught on video in paramilitary equipment aggressively approaching an entrance to the Capitol in clothing with Oath Keeper paraphernalia as they moved in an organized and practiced fashion and forced their way into the front of the crowd. A Department of Justice spokesperson told me Watkins is in jail, Kroll is not. A federal affidavit links couple Benny and Sandra Parker from Morrow to Watkins and Kroll and the Oath Keepers. The document shows Watkins and Benny Parker were texting leading up to the attack. A week before, it says they discussed oath-keeping membership and meeting in advance to prepare. The affidavit says a photojournalist who was inside the Capitol took this picture. It says the photo appears to show Sandra Parker wearing a tactical helmet and goggles, a camouflage jacket, and a black backpack. The Parkers, along with Watkins and Kroll, are all still waiting for their trial, and so are Therese Borgerding from Piqua and Walter Messer from Englewood. A criminal complaint shows photos of Messer inside the Capitol that Messer posted on his personal Facebook page. Meanwhile, a separate criminal complaint shows Facebook comments from Borgerding saying, "Yes, I was inside the Capitol building for a long time. You don't know the truth, what really happened." Online court records show both Borgerding and Messer are scheduled to be in court next week. And so is Justin Stoll out of Wilmington later this month. Prosecutors accuse him of posting videos of himself outside the Capitol. They say someone commented on the video saying that they had saved it. Shortly after, prosecutors say Stoll posted a video response threatening the commenter, saying if they ever jeopardized him from being with his family, they will meet their expletive maker and he will be the one to arrange the meeting. Online records show there's a plea agreement filed in this case. However, the public cannot view it at this time. Next month, Timothy Hart from Huber Heights is scheduled to be in court. Prosecutors say that's him there in the red circle. A screenshot from a YouTube video showing him pushing past the barricade and going around it. Most recently, prosecutors charged Jared Kastner from Beaver Creek and Luke Faulkner from Clinton County. Investigators said this photograph shows the two at the Capitol with the red arrow pointing to Kastner and the blue to Faulkner. According to court records, cell phone data showed Kastner traveled from Beaver Creek to Faulkner's house in Clinton County and then to Washington, D.C. and back. And News Center 7 just learned Terry Lynn Lindsay from Piqua is facing charges as well. The criminal complaint says that's him there on the left holding up the American flag. Jury selection for his trial is scheduled to start on April 11th. The only other person from the Miami Valley with a trial date set is David Mahaffey from Kettering. His is supposed to start on August 29th. The FBI said in a statement that he helped coordinate the mob's actions by attempting to organize and direct people. So far, all of the people we've discussed have pleaded not guilty to all charges and are waiting for their trials. But a couple from Bradford pleaded guilty to some of their charges and they've already been sentenced. A criminal complaint says security cameras captured Stephanie and Brandon Miller inside the Capitol January 6th. court records show. A judge sentenced Brandon to 20 days in jail. His wife Stephanie will have to serve 14, and they both have to pay $500 in restitution. This list of 14 people from the Miami Valley is part of a larger group of the more than 700 cases the U.S. Department of Justice is prosecuting.